Hello everybody! Welcome back, welcome back. We made it! Made it to another Canto, at least part 1. Hello, 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 I hope everybody's doing well. We'll get up and ready in just a moment. Making sure we're all set up here. I hope everybody's doing well and has been having a nice holiday, a nice week. Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, we did it! Canto 9! Cannot believe it sometimes. Let's see. Hello, howdy Crusader, hi Simon, hi Gig, hi Halem, hi Heart of Shadow, hi Hydra Fighter, hi Acadia, hi Zola, hi Pills, welcome. So I always like to go over things. Oh, don't lose tracking. There we go. I always like to go over things a little bit. Some of our new stuff. Just to let people also get ahead a little bit. We can think about teams. Because I had a plan. Sorry, talking over you. Old Faust voice. Hi, Bill. How am I doing? I'm good, thank you. I'm good. My heart's pounding. A little bit, but that's from excitement. Are we just locked to... I did make sure... Bought it quickly. Yeah, just a 20. And let's take a look. Hello. Roll into Electric Boogaloo. Oh, is that long hair? It even has the part. It has the hair part. I can see it. Those look like white streaks maybe, but the gray skin. Like... I mean, I know we were all making jokes, and I definitely thought it was intentional that this character was, you know, wearing like not just wearing the suit and had the hair, but was also doing the hand in excuse me, let me have a sip of tea. My sister's sick, and if I get sick for one of these parts, I'm gonna be so mad. And then, so I know we were all making those jokes, but now that I see this and there's the actual hair part, full on black suit, and gray skin. Last stream of 2025. I guess depending on your time zone. For me, it will still be... We have tomorrow. And then we have... Yep. Well, I hope we all learned from the Shichun situation that somebody having a special banner does not necessarily mean anything. Let's see. So we have the Otis. Did they? That's Otis is free. Heathcliff. There's Heathcliff. Oh, move in registration maybe? Yeah, we need the... I'll just go to the end. What's the name of the ego? Okay, it is... Oh, excuse me for coughing. I really hope I'm not getting sick. Okay, it is... Great. Trichiliocosm? Okay. On what a gorgeous design. I'm sure I mentioned it at some point when we talked about when this came out, but oh my goodness. Incredible. Regular stuff. Okay. And then saving up for Valparaiso's night. How's that going? I guess I'm saving up too a little bit. So let's take a look at the new IDs. I did have 400 Faust shards, so those got halved. I did grab our Rhodia because I don't have an extra R-Corp unit to do the mission, and I was like, you know, I don't really need either of them, but let's grab Rhodia. Especially because I already have like a proper bleed for Meso. And I was almost gonna grab Faust. Because I had the 400 and I thought, you know, maybe down the line we'll get like some faction leader, and this will buffer. But then I saw index and I was like, no. So let's actually take a look. I'm really curious. The fingers, the index. Okay, 20% damage, so 3 plus 4. How about a lucky 10 roll? No, what you get 1. No, I like to wait. Because of the guarantee tickets. I don't want to have those be wasted. Although I am... For a first banner for a season, this one is really tempting. Faust 2B. I love the index. I mean, obviously that's my thumbnail. It was really when I was gonna commission a thumbnail, even when we didn't know, it had to be the index with my design. But I wasn't expecting them to be quite so important they seem, but I'll be curious if we get to fight them. Let's see. Mark of the Prescript. I mean, blue flower theme. Coin power. So poise and sinking. Ujat Otis looks really cool. I'm not sure replacing Echoes. That's my big question now as well. I'm gonna take the Prescript. Final power plus 1 again. Well, yeah, this one's coin power plus 2. 3 plus 2. And again, 1 poise, 2 poise count, 2 poise, and of course, Faust of Thoracalgia. Sinking plus 2 sink. Oh, that sinking counts on crit. This is definitely a unit that, I mean, I always want to test them out first. I need to see an action. Mark of the Prescript. Final power plus 1. Deal 30% damage on critical hit. That, I mean, that helps. It's not huge. Oh, is that... So is this an extra 30%? Okay, that's something. Gain breath. I think that breath should be poise. 5% damage for every grace of the Prescript. Max 40 at 9, deal 60. Okay, 40. If those are all additive, that is something. And this is not clashable. Is it not? Final power, 10%. It's, I mean, you do gain shield. It's so hard to imagine using a regular counter nowadays. And 1 fragile for every 20 stacks. 1 defense level down for every 10 stacks. I like that it's like defensive instead of power, because it's not... It won't kill you if you screw this up. All the blue petal effects. So lots of Prescripts target. What else do you think is getting an index ID? I guess it depends when we see Meso. Sounds interesting. I mean, he just got a finger. Like, who's missing? I lean towards characters that don't have a finger ID already, especially since we don't have the fingers. I guess Sinclair has doubled up already. So we could get... Oh, and I guess Merceau also. I was forgetting little brother. Yeah, Mare already has little brother, but he is sort of... And he's fairly recent. Well, the prescript. Karmic consequences. Proselyte's blade. I'm not going into all of these. Deal 2%. I have to see these in perpet on... Really interesting. Regular Sandy stuff. For Faust, feels like there's inevitably, maybe even like a proxy. Oh, I have to say if the index are more of a focus here, I think that's really interesting given what we know about the index, and we have the high levels are literally the weavers and threads. I'm excited for all that, and like the blue color scheme versus the red. Laura could be funny. Hi, Detensi. I don't have like an instinct. Like, I feel like I'd rather wait till we see like if there's like a named, or of course the father guy, if he's a possible character. Excuse me. Like, what the option? I mean, could that even be Ryoshu's thing? Who knows? Wait, did Canto 9 release? Yes! It's a day early because of New Year's. Do you remember when, if you're around for like pre-season 2, we got the reveal of we got like previews of the Rose Spanner, and we all thought those were Thumb. So again, I feel like I'm gonna have to, I don't know how she'll work on like her respective teams. And again, because again, these are two Echoes of the Manor carriers, and even with Rhodia really carrying your count, it's hard. I don't want to give up Echoes, but Otis does look so cool. Ujat, who expected that? Okay, aggro plus every thinking tremor and shut fracture. I wasn't sure how to, I don't know if it's like just shut fracture or shut fracture. I was trying to look up this word, and it's part of the like Egyptian conception of the soul. This is the shadow. Unique syncing. I mean, this looks really good. For every stack, I mean, 1%'s not huge, but to be able to like do more syncing. Oh, we can use Butler. Yeah, but the other option for Echoes is actually Ishmael with Corrosion Bygone Days, but that's it's a bit of a hefty ask to have it totally rely on her. I guess the other thing we could hope for is if somebody gets like a Encore Nelly Bygone Days, maybe Ego, that could also bring back manners, or like ID, Ego ID. I think that's an option. So originally I was like, okay, I want to use burn for this. Maybe we can do burn tremor finger, and then I was with the thumb. And then I had the thought of... I didn't really want to bring in, like, have Otis do this with like a 2-star the whole time. So I thought maybe trying like using Drifting Blade and 4th Match Flame because she has the extra attacks. But for this first part, I think I kind of want to do Sinking, since that seems to be the theme here. Which is unfortunate because Ryoshu doesn't have it, and Lobotomy Ego I think would be a fine ID to bring to any fight. Unfortunately, won't help with any sinking, but is a very good generalist ID and is a bit thematic here. But we might not use Ryoshu that much even. We'll see. Might do sinking, but let's find out what we're in for, and then we'll level. I don't suppose I'll have anybody sharing it again. The question is, Jet Vanguard. I want to use this. Kumo no Ito. Aka no Ito. Can you just use Diechi for Merceau? I don't have Diechi Merceau. Okay, oh, this is my question. How many? Max capacity 16, 5 times per encounter. Okay, that's gonna last. I was worried she was only gonna get like 1 or 2 reloads. That's probably gonna last. So spend 2. Spend 2. I mean, that's gonna... I think this is gonna be fine. 2 sinking. Sinking's fine. Blue sand is really cool. Want the lore here. Gloom resist down. Composure. You want to see the battle pass? Sure. And then we'll start moving towards... we'll start getting into it. And then when I have a better idea, I feel like this could be a dungeon even for the first part. And then I'll probably level sinking. Well, I mean, if it's mostly abnormalities, that's the better place to use sinking. This is beautiful. It is. What incredible design. I'm still in awe. This might be maybe my favorite. I mean, they're all so good, of like the main battle pass. So I already like 4th Match Flame. That's some music. 4th Match Flame is already amazing. I think we're jumping right in here. Oh yeah, any last hope for Hohenheim and friends? Oh, are we going deeper? Or they just didn't put a boundary here. In hindsight, remembering that the ego they were using was Ardor Blossom Star and Lantern. I don't feel great for them. Johan will return. Somehow Johan returned. I don't want to spoil. No worries, no worries. I hope you enjoy the Canto. And of course, as everybody, I want people to enjoy the Canto the way they want to. No pressure to be here. We'll only do like the beginning. I always try and do like 1/3 on release and then like 2/3. thank you very much for 12 months. Pills, thank you, thank you, thank you. Hohenheim, please live. I remember he had the comment that we weren't expecting to see each other again. Yeah, 2026. Well, assistants did have self-explosion egos when I'm as the eternal life centipede. It's not fair. Oh, I'm being ambushed. Dark. Hi, doggo.
둥글게 감겨 시작과 끝이 맞닿아 있는 실타래가 있었다.
You can be my family.
모든 순간은 시실과 날실이 되어 짜여지며 시간은 흐르지 않고 한자리에 엉켜진다.
자, 읽어봐.
Right from the beginning.
류슈?
Purple. Okay, but just blink here.
너의 첫울음과 마지막 숨결 사이 모든 순간의 한가운데에서 나는 너를 보고 있다.
아니, 그 글자는 그렇게 읽는 게 아니라 요시대라고 읽는 거다. 요슈! 이게 더 편하고 이쁘잖아.
That's a very cute voice.
길을 잃은 내 아이야. 돌아오는 방향을 모르겠다면 가장 아팠던 첫 매듭을 더듬어서 되짚어라. 그 떨림이 멎는 곳에는
I hadn't thought about it, but a sort of following the thread Minotaur theme could be interesting for a dungeon.
내가 있단다.
오늘이군요.
네, 오늘이네요.
Oh dear.
팀장님 혹시
잠깐 떨리냐는 질문은 하지 말게. 그런 건 스스로의 연구 결과에 자신 없는 범인들이나 하는 행동이지 않나.
That's what I expected from Hohenheim. I was trying to remember. I did that's what I was doing, sort of like a tired, bored voice. I think when I was trying to come up with a voice.
말하고 보니 지난번 학회 때 청심환을 한 줌씩 먹고도 3초에 5번씩 손을 떨던 자가 생각나는군. 솔직히 좀 꼴서 나왔네. 그들이 과연 내가 하는 말의 절반 이상은 알아들을 수 있을까라는 불안감을 되새기면 적당한 긴장감에 다리 정도는 떨릴지도 모르겠군. 그래도 자네들이 한번 검토해준 덕이 한결 안심이지. 자네들이 이해했다면 나머지 청중들도 이야기 정도는 따라올 테니까. 적어도 지난번처럼 절반 넘게 숙면을 취할 일은 없을 겁니다.
Verbal sedative.
그러고 보니 추가 연구를 위한 협조 요청은 왜 여태껏 승인이 안 난 건지 알고 있나?
I'm gonna have to remember verbal sedative.
LCA 연구 개발팀에서 계속 관리하고 있거든요. 하던 연구에나 집중하라고.
까다롭겠구나. 관리한 담당자가 누구인지 아는 게 있나?
지난번 학회에서 청심환을 한 줌씩 먹고도 손을 떨던 그 부팀장분이요. 팀장님이 코웃음을 치셨던 것에 대한 앙금이 아직 안 풀리셨나 봐요.
I'm scared of this framing. Are we gonna get a Shanae? Just a splash of blood. What kind of silhouette? Because when you're silhouetted like this, you can make things worse.
그랬던 건가? 아마 이번 발표가 끝나면 그자도 별말 못하고 승인할 걸세. 기존 연구는 이제 더할 나위 없을 정도로 진척되었으니.
The silhouette is how we got Honglu bisected.
압류.
아무래도 안 되겠군. 개인적인 호기심을 풀이하기 위한 추가 연구이긴 해도 회사에 이익이 될 연구이면 틀림이 없네. 마튼, 혹시 내가 어제 만든 추가 연구 계획서는 챙겼나? 예상되는 성과를 눈앞에 들이밀면 LCA에서도 승인하지 않고서는 못 베기겠지.
그건 따로 필요하지 않을 것 같아 연구실에 두고 왔는데요.
그 연구에서 성과를 거둔다면 시설실의 전력 효율도 높일 수 있을 걸세. 안 그래도 지금 하고 있는 실험이 워낙 전력을 많이 잡아먹어서 가용 전력이 영 간당간당하지 않나.
What are we doing? I'll just run back and get it, and then we hear a scream.
연구실 난방기에 쓰는 전력도 아깝다고 다 같이 추위에 떨면서 실험했었죠. 저는 에고 장비 덕에 따뜻했지만
Oh, be careful with that. Good thing you don't have Snow Queen.
아무튼 계획서는 제가 가져올게요. 팀장님이랑 마튼 씨는 발표 준비에 집중하세요.
지원 요청. 여기는 LCA 부서. 북도 YS 보부근. 긴급하게 지원 요청한다. 지금이 그러니까 코드.
Get trumpet.
미안하구나. 그렇게 불필요하게 절단하고 싶진 않았는데 유감스럽게도 의식을 잃은 것 같으니 대신 전하지. 코드라고 하기에는 너무 거창하고 이곳에는 일말의 가망조차 남지 않았다. 아마 그렇게 말하고 싶었을 거야.
Few hours later. A good deal of time had passed since we'd said our heartfelt farewells to Jashi-chan, yet we still remained stuck in Hogyuin.
오늘 출발하는 거 맞냐? 날짜 헷갈린 거 아니고?
그건 아닌데 베르길리우스 씨랑 파일럿 씨를 데리고 오신다던 소드 씨까지 늦으시네요.
Want Pilot to come back super buff.
홍원 밖으로 이어지는 직통도로가 코앞이다. 소드 그자가 트럭을 타고 이 장소까지 모이라는 메모를 휘갈겨 쓰고 간 것을 볼 때 이번에는 확실할 테지.
And are we actually... We're never leaving alone. I was wondering, are we actually... I think the guess was always Q Corp. Which I was... And then like sort of the expectation I think was a lot of like... Obviously finger IDs, but I really wanted to see just like what's the... If we have like the Hay Show, we have the T Corp people. I want to know Q Corp, Q Corp's talisman. I wanted those identities.
그랬으면 좋겠네요.
Yippee!
대관원에서 나올 때 문지기 분들이 몇 시에 돌아오는지 물어보더라니까요. 저희가 아예 홍원의 정식 거주민이 된 줄 아시더라고요.
그럴만하지. 지난번부터 계속 떠난다면서 잔치상도 성대하게 2차례나 얻어먹었는데 계속 안 가고 미적지근하게 있기만 하니까.
I missed everybody.
그러니까 이때쯤이면 항상 베르가 의미심장하게 등장해서 다음 장소로 갈 시간입니다, 단테 하고 말해줬잖아.
Dante.
카론은 매피 출발할게 부릉부릉 하는 말도 못 들은 지 너무 오래됐고.
베르길리우스님이 지금처럼 오랫동안 저희를 떠났을 때가 있었나요?
계약 위반에 따른 추가적인 업무 배정이 있었던 것이 원인일 수 있으나 그것을 고려하더라도 부재 기간이 길어지고 있다.
설마 저희를 도와주신 일 때문에 아직도...
그렇지는 않습니다. 당시의 계약 위반 사항으로 인한 징계가 남아있는 것은 사실이지만 H사에서 할 수 있는 LCC와의 업무는 가시춘 씨가 가주가 된 직후에 모두 마무리되었죠.
Was this like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago?
다른 이유는 짐작가는 바가 없구려.
Vigilius and Charon would always be away whenever we traveled to a new place. But yeah, never for this long.
이번에도 같은 일로 자리를 비우신 걸까요?
Everyone turned to look at Faust.
베르길리우스 씨가 자리를 비우는 이유에 대해서 아직 여러분에게 공유드릴 수 있는 정보는 없습니다.
Maybe we can ask Vergilius when he gets here?
그 양반이 자기 목적지를 밝힐 리가 있겠어? 우리한테 맨날 어디 가야만 한다고 말하지.
봤어! 맨날 카롱군과 둘만 아이스크림 먹으러 가고.
I missed you! I'm gonna turn it up a tiny bit.
혹시 구역을 순회하면서 그곳의 특산물을 모조리 섭렵하고 돌아오는 것은?
이게 무슨 맛집 탐방 모임도 아니고 그딴 이유겠냐?
저희의 길을 안내해주는 것과 별개로 베르길리우스 씨에게도 가야 할 자신의 길이 있을 뿐이겠죠.
I've got no idea what his path would even look like. We're only here to follow the journey as guided by Vergilius. We know neither the path he has walked nor the path he seeks to walk. I wonder if he'll ever share his history with us one day.
길잡이야 껄핏하면 자리를 비우니까 그렇다 쳐도 소드는 왜 안 오는 건데? 늦어도 우리가 늦었지. 자기가 지각해서 우릴 이렇게 내버려 둔다고?
작전에
Hope everybody's
변경점이라도 생긴 건
okay.
아닐까?
보통 작전 중 연락이 두절되는 이유는 변경이 아니라 변수 때문일 가능성이 높지.
Backup doggo? As if to prove Otis right, someone forcefully yanks the truck's door open. Saude!
자기 어떻게 된?
Oh no no! Saude stumbled into the truck, short of breath. She was bleeding and covered in wounds, both minor and serious. Her eyes glistened with wild anxiety. A broken pistol hung from her waist. It was impossible not to notice the still fresh gashes and wounds on her. Like, not if we finally had you back. The first thing that caught my attention, however, was the stump right where her left arm used to be. Don't worry, she's gonna get a really cool mecha arm. The spider's thread. Okay, slash. Continuable. Let me look at that. I'm amazed we can look at these already. Well, it seems okay, burn seems to work. Passives. I believe in Saude. I think we're fine for what I was kind of thinking about.
걸맞는 곳이어야 할 거다.
명령하실 때까지 자리에서 대기.
잠시 같이 걸을 텐가.
시험해볼 기회구려.
연료는 잔뜩.
아 뭐야.
함께하죠.
준비되어.
의뢰로군.
Let's find out what this is about. 54.
배 좀 채울까?
And then we'll level.
지금 바로 전투를 준비해 주세요.
When a prosthetic, just a reminder of how Effie was killed. I was thinking Effie did have a prosthetic arm. But it can be a really cool one. Then she can go not toe to toe, fist to fist with Ricardo.
저는 보다시피 더 이상 작전을 수행할 수 없는 상황이라 여러분의 도움이 필요합니다.
Saude collapsed to the floor before we even had the chance to ask her if she was okay or what had happened to her arm.
베르길리우스 씨와 접선한 직후
기습을 당했어요. 머지않아 이곳까지 올 거예요.
Where once her resolve had not faltered even in the face of death. A grave look of despair now filled her eyes.
습격 인원은?
둘. 한 명은 베르길리우스님이 맡고 있었고, 저는
베르가?
Color returned to Rhodia's face upon hearing Vergilius's name.
그러면 벌써 베르가 다 처리하고 여기로 오는 중인 거 아닐까?
아니, 아닐 거예요. 제가 카론을 놓쳐버렸어요. 카론을 붙잡고 도망치던 팔이 통째로 날아가서 제가 끝까지 놓지 말아야 했는데.
Are you really getting into Leviathan events then?
카론군을 놓쳤다니 그게 무슨...
Saude grimaced, her expression an amalgamation of guilt and confusion. It was a far cry from her usual collected self.
혹시 카론님이 인질로 붙잡히신 건가요?
네, 카론이 그자들에게 붙잡히는 걸 막을 수 없었어요.
파일럿이는요?
상처가 깊지만 의식은 마지막까지 남아 있었어요.
우선 전투부터 준비하죠.
적어도 목표는 명확하군요. 쫓아온 습격자를 처리한 뒤 카론을 구하면 될 것 같습니다, 관리자님. 비록 적의 의중은 아직 알 수 없지만
It's not quite clear if I think Karen's hostage to like get a one up on Vergilius, or just she's there and not a combatant, or but the thought if we're getting into Leviathan events, because of course that had a lot to do with the ring, is very interesting.
어쩌면 이 습격이 끝이 아닐지도 몰라요. 아까 이곳으로 도망치던 와중에 본사에 무전이 흘러들어왔는데
They have a clerical team. God froze up, staring at the radio speaker. Gregor was the first to act in her place.
여기는 LCB. 상황 전파를 한다.
본사 연구소가
연구소?
습격을 사랑하는 우리 딸
Oh.
그동안 잘 지냈어. 이제 그만 울고 집으로 돌아와야 하지 않겠니?
Utter silence descends as a kindly calling cuts off the blood-curdling scream from the other side. The voice that came through the radio was nothing short of affectionate. And it was easy to guess who the daughter was.
시계 거미줄이 쳐졌다.
Don't smile at that. Web?
피할 수 없는 길에 근사하게도 늘어놓았군.
That's when I recalled something Lei Hung had mentioned, the House of Spiders. Thinking back to how intensely Ryoshu reacted then. Do you think these attackers have something to do with that, Lei Hung guy from earlier?
그럴 리가. 그놈은 스쳐가는 과의 선생들 중 하나였을 뿐이다.
그럼 도대체 누가... 다른 것도 아니고 본사잖아요.
모르겠어요. 본사는 침입자들이 원한다고 막무가내로 들어올 수 있는 장소가 아니에요.
I didn't even know where it was.
그곳에 무단 침입이라니 생각조차 해본 적 없어서.
Oh, dog. 1 sec, I'm just gonna let doggo out. What now? Usually, I would use my intuition to choose the best course of action and lead the sinners during a mission. But who would have thought that the HQ, which was meant to brief us about that mission in the first place, would come under attack, especially while we were left without a guide.
그래. 그들이 날 직접 찾아올 리가 없지. 거미줄을 쳐놓으면 먹이는 알아서 걸려들기 마련이니.
The plume of cigarette smoke lingered for a moment before scattering into the air. When I looked at Ryoshu's face, what I saw was an expression of strange euphoria.
료슈 씨, 혹시 당신에게는 이 모든 상황이
Can we like get a healing ego out for her?
그저 재밌는 일에 지나지 않는 건가요?
Saude shot an incredulous look at Ryoshu, who was nonchalantly puffing the rest of her cigarette to ash.
그래. 그토록 고대하던 시간이 마침내 제 발로 찾아왔다. 두근거리는 게 당연하지 않나?
그런...
하지만 착각하지 마라. 유희에 대한 기대와 진심은 별개의 영역. 나는 단 한순간도 맡은 일을 유쾌하게 즐길지언정 가볍게 여긴 적이 없다. 이전에도 지금도.
Ever in the future?
곧 이곳까지 올 거라 했지. 버스 기사를 데려간 놈도 여기로 오고 있는 건가?
카론 씨한테 무슨 일이라도 생기면 붉은 시선님을 볼 면목이 없어요.
대화가 안 되는군. 거미들이 버스 기사를 건드리진 않을 거다. 버스 기사는 커다란 먹잇감을 낚기 위한 미끼일 뿐 사냥감이 아니거든. 그러니 볼썽사납게 떨지 말고 세팅이나 하도록.
네?
이 트럭의 뒷문, 지금 당장 본사 연구소로 연결할 수 있는 건가?
잠시만요. 가능하긴 한데 본사로 직행하는 뒷문 포탈을 이용하려면 좌표에 맞는 보안 코드를 확인해야 해서 조금 시간이 걸릴 거예요.
곧 내 놈을 쫓아올 녀석을 상대하고 들어가면 딱 맞겠군.
As Saude navigated through the vehicle's machinery with her remaining arm, the sinners all began to watch on their surroundings, weapons at the ready.
그런데 본사로 가도 괜찮은 거 맞나요? 함정에 제 발로 들어가는 기분인데.
I mean, I feel like the fact that she didn't just walk in and collapse and is still able to do this and communicate might be a good sign.
차라리 대관원에 도움을 요청하는 건 어떨까요?
Morning show.
방법은 될 수 있겠지. 하지만 본사가 엮인 이상 친분이 있다 해도 날개의 손을 빌려 해결했다간 차후 어마어마한 대가를 치러야 할 거다.
I'm waiting for Tiger Ishmael.
관리자님, 어떻게 하시겠습니까?
Tiger Ishmael, please. We'll head straight to the HQ research facility as soon as Saude opens the portal. It wasn't hard to intuit that Ryoshu's turn had arrived, given her evident excitement. If so, the back door leading to the HQ, which Ryoshu intends to use, should be the path we're meant to take this time.
각오하는 게 좋을 거다. 이 앞은 분명 나락일 것이고 나락은 언제나 기다리고 있던 게 있었으니.
The good phase.
천장의 소리. 아무래도 습격자가 차량을 발견한 모양이야.
이거 부서지기 전에 일단 넓은 곳으로 나가는 게 낫지 않겠냐?
아니요. 이 트럭은 피사의 특이점이 적용되어 있다고 했잖아요. 외부로부터 안전하게 보호해주는 거요. 오히려 안에 있는 게
안전한 건 맞지? 지금 천장에 살짝 금 간 것 같지 않아?
네? 그럴 리가. 분명 탄성이 강해서 어지간한 힘에는 휘기만 할 텐데.
Should.
차량형 이동장치 외벽에 P사의 특이점이 적용된 것은 맞습니다. 그래서 트럭은 밖에서 볼 때보다 안이 넓고 외부 충격으로부터 방어하기 좋죠. 다만 P사에서 저희가 탑승했던 실험 모델과 달리 이 차량은
I was gonna
디포팀의
say.
원활한 배치를 목적으로 운영되는 저가형 모델로 보이는군요.
I was gonna say. I hope you're not gonna say they cheaped out.
충분한 성능을 위해서는 언제나 그에 걸맞은 값이 들고 그렇지 않은 제품은 특이점이라 한들 파괴될 수 있다는 겁니다.
Oh no. Budget model singularities. What's our budget version of the well?
싸구려라는 거네.
그렇다면 거미집의 아비는 아니군. 아비 중 한 명이었다면 이 정도 벽은 첫 소음과 함께 박살냈을 테지.
Budget luck. Budget time.
처음부터 강한 놈이 나타나는 건 너무 단조로운 전개일 테니.
아비라면 혹시 지난번
The
뇌인이라는
faucet.
자가 말했던
사담은 상황이 끝난 뒤에 해도 늦지 않다. 관리자님, 곧 천장 부분이 파괴될 것 같습니다.
Go for the kill the moment they get inside. Hello. You have a distinctive design. You have a possibly playable design.
성원!
Wait, don't engage! Though we were readying ourselves to skewer the intruder, the moment he stepped inside, we had to immediately backtrack on that idea when we saw who he was carrying. Oh!
의 시간이랐을 뿐 숨은 온전히 붙어 있습니다.
Hello.
일부러 저자의 팔만 잘라내고 그 흔적을 따라 추적했나.
예상대로 동료들에게 도움을 구하기 위해 온 것을 보니 반응을 지켜본 것은 옳은 판단이었던 것 같군요.
The intruder continued, glancing towards Saude. As if in response to that, Ryoshu placed her hand on her scabbard. Ryoshu?
괜. 버스 기사가 다칠 일은 없을 테니.
ED, okay. Bus driver, okay.
그러니 시계. 난장 피우지 마라.
네? 그게 무슨... 요슈 씨!
Ryoshu ignored Sinclair and rushed toward the intruder, her scabbard cleaving through the air.
막았나?
인질은 신경도 쓰지 않으시는 겁니까?
내 놈들이 죽게 둘 리 없지. 인질의 목숨으로 붉은 길잡이의 분노를 살 계획은 없을 테니.
Like Ryoshu said, the intruder was only defending himself against her strikes without harming Karen. Just as the other sinners were stepping up to join the assault.
전투의 예법을 다하기 위해 한 분씩 상대해드리려 했습니다만 스승님이 올 때까지 이 자를 넘겨줘서는 안 되는 상황인지라.
Oh. The intruder gestured with his hand, and strange, bizarre things dropped through the ceiling with a thump.
필요한 무기를 사용해야겠군요.
I don't need these as IDs.
저건 뒤틀림이나 괴물 같은 걸까요?
No. I think they're people.
저 자식이 말한 그 스승이란 놈 베르길리우스가 상대하고 있댔지?
특색날이 분명 카론군이 붙잡혀서 제대로 싸우지 못하고 있는 것이라 생각한다네.
Grody, this is like my least favorite kind of like core enemy design. Meat and metal.
카론을 구해서 본사든 어디든 도망치기만 해도 길잡이가 전력을 다할 수 있는 거 아니냐?
당장 할 수 있는 건 그게 최선인 것 같긴 하네요.
We're relieving Virgilius of the Rockley weights. Still, let's be careful and prioritize Karen's safety above all else. Okay, we're bringing Thumb to a thumb fight. I meant to turn Amiya off because I don't like speaking over the announcers. Let's see. Oh. Mechanical amalgam! It has been a while since we saw one of you. The ring. Let's see. Jab, vascular tear, bleed. Negative effects, 30% damage, muscular contraction. Gain 1 clashable guard, gain 1 automated myofiber activity next turn. Max stack 2, deal plus 15% damage per stack. That's not small. 30 at the end. Combat start at 2 stacks. Convert all coins of this unit's attack skills into unbreakable coins after attack loses effect, and that's combat start. Base power plus 1 for every 20% missing HP. Missing HP percentage on this unit's core, max 4. 8 Mecha Amalgam, the one that gives Enclair the Enclair buff. It is. But they endure blunt. Coin power plus 1 for every 3 bleed. Tremor bleed. Paralyze, Clash lose paralyze, plus 3 bleed, tremor, bleed, unbreakable coin. Lose 30% of this unit's current core HP. Does not get staggered due to this effect. Rounded down, bleed. Amplitude conversion into tremor hemorrhage, trigger tremor burst and reduce target tremor count by 1. I haven't done that much with tremor hemorrhage. It still feels like it needs another unit. I like tremor scorch. The ring Nurse Father's artwork. If the main target is C plus negative effects, final power plus 1. Enter these combatants. Just jumping straight into this, struggling. Again, resists. I'll save that. I'm sorry you have to see this, Amiya. You too, okay. Let's just work on sanity.
단번에 끝낸다.
결정 영화.
Oh. Oh, almost. I don't like those things. Oh, I forgot to check, yeah. Rekindled Exhilaration. Deal 10% damage to the House of Spider enemies. I wasn't Wasn't ready for it to be right from the beginning, but I guess that makes sense. When staggered, immediately recover from stagger at the start of next turn game when attack power up. And let's just work on sanity. Yeah, I'll switch to Dante because I don't like speaking over the announcers too much.
화력, 추진! 피차 동정은 필요 없겠죠?
회풍!
놈 쪼한 것! 다음!
Now it was pressing. Yeah, maybe I should just swap to just slash. You guys don't have sanity.
이젠 안 아플 거야.
회풍!
Thank you, Marcel. Get fourth match flame out since that was kind of the point of this team. Let's have some fun. 4 to 10. Get some of this ready.
단번에 끝낸다.
내 뒤
피차 동정은 필요 없겠죠?
이 불 또한 예술의 방울경치.
Man, I already can't wait for the Millie song. I mean, that's always... it's always a highlight. I still wonder if we'll ever get something like what they did with Canto 6.
눈부시지 않도록 두려워하지 마.
Maybe we'll get this going. Maybe we can finish off.
이젠 안 아플 거야.
Oh, already? Never mind.
받아볼 텐가. 피차 동정은 필요 없겠죠? 화력, 추진!
I didn't do any talking about Refraction Railway. In the end, after doing the Bokak, I just didn't have much to say about the last one. I didn't really enjoy it. Normally I do try and do something with it. Or actually try, but I just didn't enjoy it very much. It really goes to show like the gameplay is evolved. Everything felt so slow and you couldn't really like do the combos you wanted to.
분명 관리자님을 비롯한 상급자분들의
Thanks,
활약
Sinclair.
덕분이겠죠.
Okay, textbook. Later than 10 turns, that's a bit different. Oh, body. We might do some levels then. Let's leave it. Let's do... we might as well do 60. For the people I don't think are... Yep, level cap went up. Maybe we'll do a magic bullet. If this is focused. Did I? Is everything set up? I think I set up the ego beforehand. Yeah. I'm sorry, Amiya, just for the moment. Back to Dante. Back to TikTok. I'll miss you! At least, I mean, 15 isn't terrible. My savings have been going up, so I feel less worried about this time. Normally I'm a bit more careful. Oh, look at that. Oh, interesting. It's like red and Tia. Oh, I guess that for both there, for both like Honglu and Ryoshu. Interesting. Interesting combo. I imagine Rhodia's gonna stick around for burn. I'm just keeping an eye on who's probably gonna get outdated sooner rather than later. Textbook. I think we will, instead of and Greg is so much. Maybe we'll swap these for the moment.
준비되었습니다.
함께하죠.
Yeah, this is only 15. I'm really glad they like flattened the curve a little bit. Okay, jump. Okay, right into it. Thumb Apprentice, Lucio. The Thumb Nurse Father's command. Those 5 offense levels. Don't go easy on us. See, Tremor, Clash Power, yep, it's gonna be Tremor Burn. Measuring Blade Reach, Clashable counter if target has 2+, the duel escalates, deal 30% more damage. I'm already into this. The duel escalates, max stack 99, the Thumb Apprentice Lucio gains skill power and deals more damage with every clash with this unit. Expires at turn end if this unit did not clash. Okay, so rotate people. Select one, dual escalates. Measuring blade reach. Dual swords. Is there a gun in one of those swords? I'll be disappointed. Listen to those trumpets. A textbook with a singular purpose. I was gonna say, I'll be disappointed if, you know, if this doesn't become like a ruby weapon, have a gun in it somewhere. Counter-start the Thumb Nurse Father's command. In a clash against Ryoshu, clash power -3 and convert the coins on this unit's base skills into unbreakable coins. Oh, interesting. Okay. Duello. After clashing, inflict 1 duel escalates against the target this unit clashed against. Okay, rotating. This Palermiton style? Again, the follow effects based on the targets the dual escalate stack. For every stack, deal 5% damage and take -5% damage from... Stack and clash power. A 3+ stack in a clash against targets with dual escalates. Inflict 3 severed tendon. Ouch. Base power, -1 for restack. Turn and lose 1 stack. Dual escalates, gain final power +1. Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark. Every 3 turns, select a random enemy except Ryoshu. Reduce their speed to 1 and turn. Thanks. Activate it next turn. If this unit's... this unit... See, oh, also, hi Mecha the Dino. Hi, okay, son. Welcome, welcome. Namas, once you're done reading him, the sinners also have a passive. Oh, okay, good to know. I always want to check it out. A rapier, cleaving blade, trigger charmer best, charmer burst, 2 offense level, fix panic, textbook. Are those like segmented? Are those gonna be like those like whip blades? Or maybe each one of these is a bullet. You can fire each segment. Fragile, fragile. Oh, here. Oh, hostage situation. When clashing with Thumb's Apprentice, clash power -1, deal minus. Oh. Ryoshu does not care. What's your scariest of these? How do you wanna handle this? Honor sanity. We're also holding back. I don't feel great about some of these. Let's just do our best to win some of these. 3-2. Yeah, these are okay.
단번에 끝낸다.
훌륭합니다. 아직 고쳐야 할 차서.
That's such a fun concept. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
내 뒤로.
Start the burn. Oh yeah, Ryoshu went for the clashable counter. Yeah, I do want to kind of like line for like Unbrilliant Glory and Quick Match Flame, so we can have Ryoshu start dealing. Already high. Okay, 5 red. It's okay, and this one is Il Cacciatore? Quick path is selected for every 4 burn plus tremor and target max 2. Dual escalates, convert all scoins to unbreakables. 2 tremor, amplitude conversion, tremor scorch. Scared of that red skill. So now we want to work on rotating the clashes, but can we handle any of these? We're weak to it. Make sure we're doing the count, keeping the count up as well.
단번에 끝낸다.
I wonder if people are... I like to try and be somewhat thematic. I wonder if people are just like doing Heisho speedrun
내 뒤로.
already. The severed tendons. At least she has the tanky ID. I'd like to get...
박봉창.
Okay, getting a bit of count. Focusing more on burn here than tremor. So I'm not gonna get a lot of mileage. Okay, here we go. What do we have? Again, fourth match flame it. Oh! Gotta pose for it. Target fix cannot be staggered. What is this? It's highlighted. Cannot be staggered before using this skill. For every attack skill of this unit that lost a clash this turn, final power -2, attack weight -1, clash lose -90%. Does 15 SP, gain defense level down, unbreakable, unbreakable. We still have to get hit with all the burn and tremor. Anyway. We have hit your sanity a bit. For every attack skill, let's target fixed. Okay, for the slowest, so yeah. We are gonna have to... I like the... We just need like arrows and a big circle. What else gets attention? A Mr. Beast face. Mr. Beast face. Oh, and not just the red highlighter, the bright green marker. We want to get it going. Yeah, everybody is faster. Focus on more burn, I think. Try to save it a bit. What are we doing? 2, poise. Actually, we're gonna have to do this one. Also, just double checking my ego. Just remembering, Road is probably gonna be on healing. Did Uptide Crush Band pass? That was one of my like magic bullet would be nice. It's here unopposed. We'll do that one. Okay. It's also fixed to target slow, so you don't actually clash it earlier. I like it. I like it.
이 불 또한 예술의 방울 경치. 일발 장전. 내 뒤로.
Now Ryoshu is gonna start really adding to potency. Nice job, Sinclair. I want to make sure we have the ego in our pocket to go do Rhodia's pursuance.
남길 말은 없겠지.
Okay, good job, Crow's Eye View.
이상이 무엇이라 생각하시오?
Oh wait, what did you? I wanted to see that. I see a new anything. Hunter's Mark. Textbook. Panicking. Well, yes! Indicant's Trial also heals, so keep an eye out. Unbrilliant Glory might be fun. But I would like to... Again, how are we doing? Nothing... Nobody's like... Because it's super high. And besides Ryoshu, but... Favored... Everyone hit that lake. Okay, you'll get that kill. They're both... Ryoshu, I think you'll tank that. Okay.
화격검.
Okay, good job. Would like to heal you. This would be like where we could get some benefit off of Thoricalgia or something.
눈부시지 않도록 두려워하지 마.
Okay, one down. There's a stagger. Oh. Oh, careful. But she's fine. No healing for you though. Could you kill with this? Maybe never damage. Might be able to. Yeah, let's do a safer. And he's back, you're right. How close are we to Pride, Sloth, the law? We need a lot more wrath. We're running low, might be counter time actually. Struggling. Hopeless. I think you're just gonna do your best with that. We are getting fairly close. Let's see.
받아볼 텐가.
Good thing we have the tanky ID with Ryoshu.
단격발.
Take a negative point. Oh, Pepsi Cola, man. Hello. Popping it like my blueprints. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy to hear that. For what it's worth, I quite would like to go back to blueprints at some point. Oh, too slow. Definitely need... Everybody, in! Get in there.
한 번에 끝낸다.
내 뒤.
화력 추진. 뒷문이 있는 쪽을 저쪽에 빼앗겼어요. 이러면 포탈이 열려도
Abscond.
상황은 똑같아. 저자를 처리하고 기사 양반을 데리고 본사로 가면 돼.
진짜 더 몰아붙지 않은데.
Despite Ryoshu's assurance, the sinners did not share her confidence that no harm would come to Karen. So they were confined to fending off the animated corpses, unable to fight aggressively. Ryoshu was the only one unfazed enough to raise her sword against the assailant in this cramped battlefield.
미련한 새끼. 팔을 더 직선으로 뻗으라고. 도대체 몇 번을 말해야 알아쳐먹지?
I'm really curious about the names of the nurse fathers.
그거 맞았다고 엄살은. 일어나. 안 일어나? 뭘 잘했다고 누워서. 꼴불견같이 굴지 말고 다시 검 잡아. 똑바로 구워. 그래, 할 수 있잖아. 한 번만 더 엄살 부리면 그때는 머리카락을 다 뜯어버릴 거니까 똑바로 해.
Oh, portraits?
검술에 대해 알고 있고.
Oh, hello. Hello. Is this the Rhodia ID? Oh, I don't want to say that. I remember how things turned out with the barber.
그렇습니다. 팔레르모. 저 또한 그 검술을 배웠기에.
팔렌치나. 매번 술에 쩔어 있는 그놈에게 배웠나?
It was that.
팔렌치나.
Valentina.
매번 술에 쩔어 있는 그놈에게 배웠나?
그런 저속한 단어로 그분을 욕보이지 마시게. 스승님께서 팔레르모를 전수해 주시며 당부하신 명령이 있습니다. 당신의 검술과 한없이 닮아질 때까지 단련하라. 이제 제 팔레르모는 거미 집에 있던 과거의 당신과 비슷한 수준에 도달했습니다.
검술을 배워 이해하는 것도 아니고 그저 날 베껴내려 했다. 라. 그깟 흉내내기를 위해 시간을 할애하다니 우습지도 않아. 모방뿐이라면 거물진 손목의 각도, 두 발의 간격, 검의 무게 중심. 그중 하나라도 어긋났을 때
Rhodia can't be thumb with a smoothly Rhodia. We did this with Rose Banner. We did this almost twice. With Canto 7, with Barber Otis, and then everybody being like, they won't break the pattern. We won't get Dulcinea Rhodia. I remember.
왜 처맞을 걸 알면서도 자세가 자꾸 달라지니? 같지 않은 대가리 쓰지 말고 알려준 방법대로만 해. 외운 것만 빼먹지 말고 그냥 움직이라고.
No, I'm super curious if we'll get, if like, someone will be named Hajomaru. I don't know if like Fuki or Fuku or Tomo is quite. I guess. I mean, bringing in the author's family. I mean, I guess we were doing a bit. Lisan a bit.
하루라도 빨리 네가 모든 것을 베어내는 검으로 완성되어야 나도.
언제 무너질지 모르는 외줄타기 같은 검술. 너도 저기 있는 인형과 다를 게 없군.
태엽 인형이어도 상관없습니다. 당신도 발레도모를 제대로 기억도 구사도 하지 못하네.
Unable to recall.
저는 제 필요성을 다시금 납득하고 있습니다. 같은 자세를 1000번, 안 되면 10,000번을 반복해서라도 당신이 배운 모든 자세를 완벽히 구현할 수 있어야만 당신만을 위한 완벽한 교본이 될 수 있을 테니.
Are we like, you know, are the sinners meant to be like canonically not in their IDs? For once?
내 놈 같은 애새끼 학습지 교본은 필요 없다면?
거절은 의미가 없습니다. 제 교본으로서의 역할은 이미 시작되었으니까요.
그렇다면 나만의 예술.
The textbook, are we like trying to get her to remember?
형체조차 남지 않게 갈라버려야겠군.
아씨. 눈이 다시 아작난 걸 보니까 여기 맞네. 우리 티켓 있는 곳.
Hello.
내가 말했잖니, 루치오.
Lucio. Lucio.
너는 몇 년을 더 노력해도 우리 요시대 따라잡으려면 한참 남았다고.
Hear that whistling? Oh. The man staggered a little, his head jerking to the side from the impact of the blow.
어때? 직접 보니까 느껴지지 않니? 지금 네 수준이 얼마나 형편없는지.
I want to see these weapons.
이래서 전쟁도 못 겪어본 것들은 한눈만 팔아도 모가지가 터져버리는 곳에서 진창 굴러봐야. 강자를 상대할 때는 힘으로 맞서지 말고 칼끝을 걸어 공격을 흘려보내라고 내가 몇 번이나 강조했잖아. 다수를 상대할 때는 자세를 낮추고 궤적을 가로로 크게 휘두르라고도 내가 목이 쉬도록 말해줬는데 그걸 까먹어? 구석에서 한 놈씩 불러들이게 일치 선정을 하라고도 했는데. 우리 요시대가 하나라도 더 내가 가르친 걸 떠올리려면 교본에 하자는 없어야지.
죄송합니다, 스승님.
그래도 이거 챙기라는 명령은 잘 들었네. 아주 쓸모가 없진 않아.
Hatred thick in her voice. Ryoshu hissed the thumb nurse father under her breath as she shifted into a blade drawing stance against the second assailant.
야, 잘 지냈어, 티켓? 역시
Ticket to
못
what?
보던 사이에 자세가 개판이 됐던데. 검을 그딴 식으로 쥐는 걸 보니 한숨도 안 나오네. 그 버릇 바꾸려고 나한테 그렇게 쳐맞았었는데 기억은 나니?
Ticket to what? Is this something she was like forced into? Like thumb rules? And can't leave and can't be her ticket out of there until she finishes?
그래도 간만에 제외니까 기본 예의 정도는 차려줄게. 옛날처럼 뺨따기를 쳐 맞아야 정신 차릴 나이는 지났잖아.
티켓이라. 날 아직도 그렇게 부르는 걸 보아하니 내 놈도 여전히 그 구렁텅이에서 벗어나지 못했나 보군.
네 놈? 지금 나한테 말한 거지? 이 개새끼가 이제는 위아래도 모르고 기어오르네.
I mean that's kind of chill compared to what we've seen from the thumb. Seeing a sudden presence outside, the so-called thumb nurse father snatched Karen into her arms and swiftly assumed a fighting stance. Enter! I saw the hand in the pocket.
이번 일에 대해서는 미안하다는 말을 전해야겠군요, 관리자한테.
Looking a bit roughed up. Virgilius.
저의 개인적인 일과 과거에 다 풀어내지 못했던 것이 남아 있었던지라 생각보다 돌아오는 것이 늦었습니다.
I mean, if this is about Karen and the ring and the events of Leviathan, this would all tie this together. Personal issues.
상처가
저들에게 입은 상처는 아니니 쓸데없는 걱정은 하지 말도록. 공교롭게도 저들과 대치하기 전에 골치 아픈 일에 휘말렸을 뿐이다.
죄송합니다, 붉은 시선님. 제가 끝까지 지켰어야.
Saude's voice trembled as she apologized profusely to Virgilius. Can we please help her?
아니, 내가 저놈을 제대로 붙잡아두지 못했기 때문에 벌어진 일이다. 하필 팔이 잘렸나? 상처가 점점 벌어지고 있군. 상황이 종료되면 곧장 치료부터 받도록.
Virgilius met the thumb nurse father's gaze head on.
엄지, 겉으로는 명예를 앞세워도 비겁한 수단 없이는 제대로 된 임무를 수행하지 못하는 손가락. 본사연구소가 습격당했다는 연락을 받은 동시에 당신들이 나타났다는 건 인질이라는 고전적인 방법을 써서라도 나를 어떻게든 묶어두겠다는 건가?
그 반응 역시 내가 제대로 찾았네. 이게 당신의 케이크였어.
Cake?
티켓, 기억나니? 네가 교양 없이 입가에 크림을 덕지덕지 묻히면서 처먹었던 그날 내가 했던 말. 그 더러운 꼬라지로 내 앞에서 웃고 있으면 케이크를 바닥에 쳐박고 싶어지니까. 케이크가 아무리 달콤하고 맛있어도 내 앞에서 안달난 티 내지 말라고. 내가 말했잖아, 티켓.
자꾸 칠 거면 내가 눈치 못 채게. 표정 관리부터 완벽하게 하라고. 지랄하지 말고 똑바로 말해. 한 이유가 뭐야? 아니. 그냥 말하지 마. 계속 그렇게 입 다물고 있어봐. 한번. 직접 그 찾아서 버릴 테니까. 내가 이 눈으로 너 하나 못 막을 것 같아?
글쎄, 발렌치나, 네가 그 눈을 얼마나 신뢰하고 있는지는 모르겠다만 반쪽짜리가 된 그 유물로는 내 시간이 그리 오래 허비되지 않을 것 같군.
It's actually like character hair, hiding a special eye. Oh. A trickle of blood had begun dribbling down the intruder's cheek from her covered eye.
아, 이거?
But she grinned without a care.
그래. 티켓이랑 가까워지니까 욱신거리기 시작했지. 하지만 곧 괜찮아질 거야. 티켓은 이제 여길 떠날 거거든.
내 놈, 날 죽이는 게 목적이 아니군.
근데 이 새끼 아까부터 자꾸 건방지게 꼬박꼬박 반말을.
The woman seemed to be having a hard time holding her hand back from striking Ryoshu. But after a few deep breaths, she visibly relaxed and continued on.
그걸 알면 뒷문이 열리는 대로 여기서 꺼져. 다른 아비들이 기다리고 있으니까 거기 가선 예의 있게 굴고. 아, 머릿속이 뒤죽박죽이라 바로바로 떠올리기 힘들 텐데 기다리면서 다른 아비들에게 할 말이라도 준비하지 그러니?
Oh, I'm so excited to hear all this. It was like, I mean, I don't know if they're gonna do like a Inagro Rashomon style thing here, but
잠깐만요. 그냥 보내줄 생각이라면 당장 카론 씨부터.
gonna have to bring back the Simpsons meme I grabbed for the objectivity of truth.
아가리.
His thumb nurse father muttered viciously.
나는 버릇없이 주제도 모르는 게 끼어드는 걸 제일 싫어해. 티켓, 네 친구들이니?
그렇다만.
그래? 뭐 그럼 다 보내도 괜찮겠네. 먹잇감들이 알아서 날아오겠다는데 굳이 막을 이유는 없으니까.
Her eye fixed intently on Virgilius. The thumb nurse father slowly backed away from the back door and opened the way for us. The back door to the HQ hasn't opened yet. We have to rescue Karen first, and then...
망설이지 마십시오, 단테. 당신이 수감자들을 데리고 가야 할 길은 그쪽이 맞습니다.
Well, if you insist. Regalius continued coldly, as though he was reading my mind.
오히려 당신이 저자의 뜻대로 뒷문을 통해 가는 게 카론을 위한 일일 것입니다. 이건 저만을 묶기 위한 상황이고 저건 당신과 4번 수감자를 부르기 위한 상황이니 말이죠.
그 말대로야. 쳐놓은 거미줄에 붉은색이 걸렸다가 기껏 엮어둔 그물이 다 끊어지면 곤란하지.
본사까지의 포탈 전개 거의 끝났어요. 그런데 이건 도대체 본사로 연결하는 보안망이 전부 뚫려 있는데.
보안이 무너진 뒷문을 통해 침입한 것인가?
본사 연구소와 연결됐어요.
따라올 텐가?
파우스트가 가면 이 뒷문 조정기의 사용법을 숙지한 사람이 저밖에 남지 않아요.
Please let her get help.
저는 베르길리우스님이 카론을 구출할 때까지 남겠습니다.
그럼 먼저 가지.
As always, Ryoshu did not prolong the conversation. She did not bother to impart even a quick goodbye. As she walked into the shadows that awaited us beyond the corridor, I gave Saude a nod in her stead.
단테, 4번 수감자의 실은 팽팽하게 당겨져 있습니다. 언제 끊어져도 이상하지 않으면서 동시에 어떤 날붙이보다도 예리해 닿는 것을 끊어버릴 수 있다는 점을 명심하시길.
What kind of thread is Regalius talking about? Snapping? Severing? I wasn't yet sure exactly what he was referring to, but it won't be severed. Not when the chains bind us together. I replied, absentmindedly rubbing the area where the chains that connected me to the sinners had burst out of. I mean, if you're trapped, sometimes the thread needs to be severed.
가시죠, 단테.
You're bound so tightly you can't escape. With Regalius's words hanging heavily over us, we made our way into the back door connected to the HQ research facility. Oh, my tea's cold.
나를 계속 고용해라. 홍원의 여러 협객 중 내가 별나게 보일 수 있겠지. 하지만 그 후엔 흑수들보다도 뛰어나다는 걸 알게 될 거다.
Mutilated memory.
너와 나의 목적이 이루어진 후다.
Tell me. I want to know. And is this gonna be a dungeon?
LC 부서입니다.
야, 이건
Yeah. Well, trying to see what everybody is. These swords, is those like ribbons from like pink shoes maybe? Oh, Suro. Oh, I like your icon. I'm a big Fire Emblem fan. I thought this was coming out tomorrow. Yeah, it's a day early. It's a day early because of New Year's. The sight that greeted us was nothing like what we remembered from our last visit for the regular checkup.
이미 상황이 끝났군.
본사 쪽에서 제압하는 중이거나 적어도 교전이 진행 중일 거라 예상했는데.
Yet there was nobody left standing, much less making a run for it. All we could see were bodies slumped along the floor, filling the corridor in motionless silence.
이렇게까지 처참하게 당했을 줄은 예상 못했는데. 파우스트 씨, LCE의 전투 가능한 인원의 비율이 어떻게 되는지 아시나요?
How much ego did they have?
직원들이 착용하고 있는 에고 장비 또한 전투에 활용할 수 있는 수준으로 연구와 추출이 진행되었죠. LC는 다른 연구 부서에 비해 전투 테스트 및 실험 빈도가 작습니다. 그렇기에 직원 대다수가 기본적인 전투 훈련을 이수한 뒤 입사했습니다. 착용하고 있는 에고 장비 또한 전투에서 충분한 성과를 거둘 수 있는 수준으로 연구와 추출이 진행되었지만 계획적인 급습을 원활히 대비할 수는 없었던 것으로 보이는군요.
실험실 속 샘님들이 거미들이 뛰어다니는 실전을 막아낼 수 있을 리가.
Everyone's doing a roll and pose now. Oh dear. The memories came flooding back. Researchers jotting down our checkup results on piles of paper, and Hohenheim, with his droopy, tired eyes, leafing through the files. We'd barely exchanged goodbyes when he rounded up the burnt-out lab staff, who were already pulling their hair out from the sheer level of stress, to oversee another experiment in progress. So, if you happen to notice anyone who looks like Hohenheim, let me know ASAP.
신원을 파악할 수 없는 시체를 세고 확인했으나 신장이나 복장 등을 고려하였을 때 호헨하임일 가능성은 확률적으로 매우 낮습니다.
시신의 상태를 보니까 대부분 제대로 정해보지도 못하고 당했구만.
With a glum look in his eyes, Gregor examined the bodies strewn across the floor.
32구의 시체 중 26구의 시체가 동일한 외상을 보유하고 있습니다.
Identical?
공통적으로 흉부 중앙, 심장이 있는 위치에 나선형의 관통상이 있으며 흉기는 시체들의 손에 쥐어진 나선과 유사한 물체로 추정됩니다. 관리자님.
Not spirals. The cause of death seems to be... Is that their weapon? Or... Yeah, it means their weapon. Is it a prescript to do it this way?
이분들이 스스로 뽑아낸 것 같아요. 왜 이런...
Oh, it's like a steak almost. A drill?
부드럽군.
Soft. Ryoshu cast her gaze down, quietly eyeing her palm. From the cryptic words and the contemplative look on her face, I could easily guess that she was taking a trip through the shadows of her past. Touching an invisible object with her palm and feeling its texture in search of something that should have been there in her hands. Also check the portraits. I guess when we do it. And I've been through enough to know that we would be revisiting her past together. However... Huh? What I witnessed was completely different from the memories of the other sinners I'd seen so far. The vision I saw was completely fragmented, as if a blade had cut up her memories into pieces. Within Ryoshu's memories, something did indeed rest in her palm. However, I couldn't even make out whether its hue was closer to black or white. Was it some kind of food? A weapon? Or something else entirely? Even the expression that crossed her face when she saw it, and the words that slipped from her lips in that moment escaped me. Hello. One thing I saw for sure, though, was that the person who, in all likelihood, had given it to her was letting out a lazy puff of smoke swirling into the air, watching Ryoshu's reaction in complete ease. I gazed back upon the cryptic scenes of Ryoshu's memory that flashed before my eyes. Ryoshu, is there anything you remember?
Saude.
That's monkey.
기억나는 건 이름뿐이군.
You mean...
시계. 너도 들여다봤듯이 내 머리 안은 난도질 당해 있다. 순서도 모습도 제각각 엉켜있지. 그러니 나는 기억에 대해 설명할 수 있는 것이 없다.
상황 파악은 어느 정도 된 것 같군. 이곳에서 일어날 수 있는 최악의 사태는 외부의 침입과 함께 환상체나 뒤틀린 죄종들이 동시다발적으로 탈출하는 상황이다.
Distortions.
와, 그건 진짜 상상도 하기 싫은데. 침입자들을 상대하면서 탈출한 괴물들까지 같이 제압해야 하는 거잖아.
그래. 그리고 우리는 지금 그 최악의 사태에 휘말렸지.
그렇구나.
Otis wasted no time to deliver the conclusion that'd kill everyone's morale.
순서대로 나열하자면
-30, 40 sanity?
1차적으로 이곳 LC 부사가 정체불명의 세력의 기습을 받았다. 시각은 지금으로부터 약 2시간 전.
Imagine if they bring back smoke. As I mean, not as a status, but as some sort of like theme, or because I think like a pipe with smoke. I mean, especially at that sort of like the parallel to Ryoshu cigarettes. I think the imagery. I mean, there's a reason why it's so cool and Moses does it. I wouldn't mind it as like a cool weapon or something.
연구원들을 살해한 무기는 일정하지 않고 다양한 무기를 사용한 것으로 보이는군.
I mean, if it is like a dagger, that is. Oh, if we do this as a mystery and it can be like in a grove. That is what killed the samurai.
나를 보렴. 가장 긴 궤적을 그리는 직선의 무기를 사용할 땐 말이지.
Hey, no portrait for you.
나를 보렴. 작은 틈새로 목숨을 앗아가는 무기를 사용할 땐 말이지. 나를 보렴. 다한 것을 으깨버리는 유연한 무기를 사용할 땐 말이지.
그놈답게 엉켜있군.
어떤 무기들이 쓰였는지 파악하기도 쉽지 않은 거군. 이거.
Ryoshu whipped her hair back, furrowing her eyebrows in annoyance.
최소 3개 이상의 무기를 능숙하게 사용하는 자라고 봐야 되겠군. 다시 이어서 말하자면 침입자들의 기습은 예측할 새도 없이 순식간에 수행되었고 LC에서는 제대로 된 반격조차 이뤄지지 못했다. 학살에 가깝다고 볼 수 있지. 주목해야 하는 사실은 여기에 있다. 이들이 환상체의 격리실 문을 개방한 것은 습격이 성공적으로 종료된 이후로 보인다.
They leaving it to hinder us?
이상하긴 하네요. 보통은 그 반대로 하려고 하겠죠. 먼저 격리실 문을 개방시켜서 상황을 혼잡스럽게 만들고 나면 그 혼란을 틈타 마무리를 하는 것이 더 수월할 테니까요.
그래, 일반적으로 할 법한 전략은 아니지.
Oh, that is the Gary on special.
이런 변칙적인 수를 둔 이유는 2가지 정도의 추측을 해볼 수 있다. 첫 번째로는 이들은 양동작전 따위가 필요 없을 정도의 실력자라는 것.
Lexi, hi, hope you're doing well. I am winning. I'm playing Limbus. And the similarities with the Black Silence have to be intentional. You know what I just thought? Could Father be like another trainee, somebody taught by Iori, and then like Ryoshu also has like part of the Iori lineage? More connections. More connections to give.
트럭에서 카론 씨를 붙잡은 그자 정도의 실력을 갖춘 이들이 여럿일 수도 있다는 것이겠네요.
2번째는 일종의 후속 대처를 위해 일부러 환상체를 탈출시켰을 가능성이다.
Oh, Shadow's office is another idea.
후속 대처? 혹 그들이 습격했다는 사실을 숨기기 위해서라는 말인 겐가?
아니, 위장책은 가능성이 낮다. 시체를 집어먹는 환상체가 있었다면 모를까. 이렇게 특징적인 상흔을 남겨놓고서 할 만한 기만 작전은 아니겠지.
Oh, don't. Oh.
좀 더 타당한 건 우리와 같이 후속으로 진입할 본사의 지원군을 지연시키려는 목적이 있을 거다.
No elapse until we can have an ego of our own.
시간을 끈다는 건 그렇군요.
뭘 그래? 분명한 표적을 갖고 침입했을 가능성이 높다.
저들이 찾는 것이 이곳 어딘가에 있다는 거겠군요. 찾는데 오랜 시간이 소요되는 것이어서 저희의 발을 묶어 놓아야 하는 걸 테고요.
서둘러야겠어.
Just calling it soft. Like a toy or... Oh! I don't think I noticed. Following the thread. I'll be Kyokan. Oh! Within 10 turns. Look at all these friends. Should burn or maybe... I wonder... Might have better luck tomorrow, but... Mao's all the way down. I'm just curious. There's one more. Yeah. Maybe tomorrow. Do kind of want to have some fun with sinking.
해골 바가지랑
관리인가?
가시죠.
불청객을 맞이할 시간인가 보군요.
사냥감을 찾은 건가?
부르신다면
열쇠
형님과
흔들어보죠.
Yeah, our main team is leveled.
대도의 시간이군.
Invocation of the Wholesome Doggo Mountain. I mean, I wouldn't hate seeing an aberration at some point. Oh, the whole memory thing is so interesting to me because I'm really curious about like where they choose to go with it. Yeah, any of these? Okay, you're weak to gloom, you resist gloom. She will start. Not really gonna focus on stacking or anything. Tier 5.
당신 짝패군요.
Because there's like so many. I mean, there's the straightforward way of just her memories are mixed up. But then what's the intention with that? What can you do with that? Because there's both the sort of mystery aspect you get with In a Grove, but there's also the sort of like validity, the objectivity of truth. What does it mean to have these different views of? I really love this idea. To have like differing versions of events. Now we have these like the different nurse fathers. Do they have their own view on things? There's like a lot of ways to go with it, and I'm just curious what they're actually, what the plan is. You can do get a bit of Pierce. And if you resist, now Ishmael, let's go for red. Wait till there's somebody fresh for echoes. So I guess we're not doing a dungeon. Interesting, are all that, because we know we're going to be fighting some of the other abnormalities, the old abnormalities, which are very curious if we're going to have anything about like Clyphot deterrence going on.
주라니야, 죽도록 달릴 시간이다.
Make sure I gotta be one-sided. Actually, can somebody else? Oh. Just in case.
나아가주게.
Work up to those coffins. Blood Hunt feels like he's gonna have some good longevity. I don't really see much appearing as a direct upgrade. I mean, out of the like seasonal highlight ideas, I do feel like Ishmael might be in the weakest place right now. That is the big guy. And if there's like one sort of ID to get to, if there was a class of IDs that should get some sort of buff, I'd imagine it should be those. I would like the correct suits, please. Reds. I've been stalking the red or yellow. I don't want to use Christmas Nightmare over Title Elegy. I'm saying if we're gonna need to use Bygone Days for Echoes of the Manor, I don't want to lose that either. I guess actually you're in the place to take that one. Are you still gonna be building towards Skullbuster? Olivia Chain, thank you so much for dropping by.
당신 짝패군요.
아무것도 나지 마라.
She's too strong. I can't imagine it was intentional. No, I'd like to get Ishmael to do her thing if she can.
나아가주게.
Yeah, her skill might just we'll get the kill. I really wasn't sure what to think. I don't think I was able to talk about it much on stream. I wasn't sure what to think when we first got Hanafu to Ishmael, but she's really, I mean, besides being an Ishmael and her first Valpurgis ID, I really love the whole design and gameplay they went for.
예전보다 많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도. 그러고 보니까 그
We'll be hearing your
환상체
line a lot.
이제 가오를 내려준 아이가
I'll
없어졌지.
be Kyokan too.
다시 관리를 맡겨주실까?
Also, I mean, we'll see. If there's a good stopping point, because we'll do the rest. I never do them all the first night, and it's getting late.
와일드 헌트야.
There's a good midpoint or stopping point. I can't really tell here. I don't mind being told. Hello, friends. Okay, starting off. Don't be too slow. Why don't you try that? There's a good point a stage or two for now. Okay, that's good to know. Thank you. Whenever you see like a lot of like a group of bosses, because I know there's like so much, it's quite a bit of like limited time. You handle that neat. There can only be like so many fights, for instance, but I mean, when we get like, we have the 5 nurse fathers, we have the mother figure, we have the father. I want to see them all. I want to fight them all, I should say. The trailer was very interesting for the like sort of lack of information it gave. Don't forget the monkey. Sorry. we all knew, we've all been predicting it, that the monkey would be the most important character. We've been waiting. It was all gonna come down. Come down to this. Do this before you. Okay, 5-5. What's the other one? Okay. Do that. It's your best chance. Just let the evade go. I want to get off. Oop. What kind of song do you think for Millie? Tian Tian was a like complete surprise in terms of sort of the vibe, I think. But I really ended up loving it. I thought they weren't gonna beat Hero for a while for me, but I listened to Tian Tian a lot after it came out. There's so many. Now let's try and get you. Get some AoE going. I'd rather not clash with you, but I think that's just gonna have to be the way it is. third language hard rock, but it's not super Millie's Millie's style. I mean, now I got one-sided. Do that. I remember seeing just a random comment on the Reddit where somebody was like, I'd rather it not be Millie for Ryoshu because it won't fit. And I was like, but how do you know it won't fit? How do you know the vibe of the song? Because they have this... When I was thinking about like what Honglu's could be, they have this song, Ikuto Shitsuki. There's actually one that's entirely in Japanese, but I've sort of been waiting for like a sort of more melancholic song, and so we know they can go for like very different vibes for boss themes. So really, when I was thinking about that, I was really, what is the final boss for Honglu? Here we go. She's so cool. I'm like, when am I think the rock guitar solos for Durante give. Oh, that would be so good. That would definitely, if it overrides everything, I can't complain. When I was like speculating for Honglu, I was like, depending what the theme could be, you could have, because I was wondering if it was going more, if it were to do like a more of a book version, and it was about like letting go of Dayu, for instance, if that was going to be the theme, and it could be this sort of more melancholic vibe, and something like Ikuto Shitsuki would be. What are we now on blue? We can work with that for a bit. I would not mind if we get like the overriding music with Gem Sapling.
이 전투에 명예 따위에 기대하고 있는 건 아니겠지.
Because we have like pretty clear. I mean, we have both the dad and the mom as like pretty significant figures here. And if someone is meant to represent the Lord, that's clearly could be important. Explode. Sided. So I mean, with the whole unsevering thing, I always thought like letting go, as I was saying for like Honglu's Canto, for instance. Depending what happens with the daughter, if that also ends up being a sort of, because it's like, what's the final boss should be something that's like important for the character, important character moment, not just someone that would make like a good boss. That's sort of how I've always felt. Okay. Paradox of the Spire. Hope we don't see like a hole that was made for somebody. As we were, I guess that is the weapons. As we were battling our way through the escape Pekatula, Gregor came to a sudden stop.
잠깐. 어디서 숨소리 같은 거 안 들려? 좀 희미하긴 한데.
Breathing.
들린다. 이쪽 부근이군.
Misso stared at the giant containment chamber door where it lay on the ground, smashed and knocked loose.
최종이나 다른 적 해체일 가능성은?
I think it's like the pink ribbons I'm most curious about, unless that really is like pink shoe ego.
낮은 편이다. 소리의 호흡이 불안정하고 작으니 부상당한 인간의 것에 가깝다.
Wounded human?
이거 오티스 씨. 생존자의 가능성이 조금이라도 있다면 구하는 게 맞지 않겠어?
And blue-hatted Kim.
본사에 나쁜 인상으로 작용하진 않겠군.
We knelt around the fallen door, slipped our fingers under the debris, and lifted. The door rose with a loud, metallic creak. Oh. Alyssa! Underneath the door was a woman, her breathing shallow.
이분은
She was one of Hohenheim's researchers who guided us through the regular checkup.
알리사예요. 이름까지는 기억 못하실 것 같아서.
Of course it would. You have an amazing design. I remember. I think the comment I made about their names was those sound like nugget names. Alyssa slowly shared her name, her voice strained, as if she was squeezing the air out of her lungs. She was covering her chest with her hands, overcome with pain.
알리사 씨 상태는
숨을 크게 쉴 때마다 통증이 심해서 살려달라고 소리를 지를 수가 없었어요. 팀장님이 말씀하시던 게 생각나네요. 우리는 주인공이 아니기에 동전이 던져진다면 앞이 나올지 뒤가 나올지 그저 기다릴 뿐이라고.
Alyssa let out a brief, dejected chuckle before wincing with pain.
아니, 아프다는 양반이 무슨 농담 따먹기야. 잠깐, 이 말뚝은...
Alyssa's hand was grasped around the same spiral-shaped rod that the bodies in the hallway were holding.
무슨 일이 일어났던 거지?
경고음이 울리지 않았어요. 저희 부서는 조금이라도 뭔가 잘못되면 곧바로 경보가 발동되도록 설계되어 있었어요. 호헨하임 씨가 로보토미 코퍼레이션의 최후를 답습하게 되고 싶진 않으시다고 강력하게 주장하신 덕택이었죠.
Really is reminiscent of it, isn't it? A pained grimace crept into Alyssa's expression as she tried to calmly continue her explanation. It wasn't just from what was staked through her chest.
당신들이 습격을 알아차리기 직전까지도 아무런 경고음도 발동되지 않았군요.
네, 그래서는 안 되는 거였는데.
We waited quietly as Alyssa caught her breath and calmed down.
갑자기 불이 꺼졌어요. 이번에 진행하고 있는 실험 때문일 거라고 생각했어요. 전력을 많이 잡아먹는 실험이라고 팀장님이 종종 투덜거리시곤 했거든요. 그때부터 이상하다고 생각했어야 하는 건데.
Alyssa blamed herself to no avail, her voice growing faint.
그래서 시간이 지나면 자연스럽게 복구가 될 거라고 생각했어요. 다른 직원들도 마찬가지였죠. 대수롭게 여기지 않았어요.
Really good expression work.
경고음이 울리지
chapter.
않았으니까요. 네, 이해해요.
저는 실험실에 가지고 와야 하는 자료가 있어서 그곳으로 향하고 있었는데 그러다가 어둠 속에서 또렷하게 누군가의 구둣소리가 들렸어요. 느리지도 빠르지도 않은 여유 있으면서도 절도 있는 걸음걸이였죠. 그렇게 걷는 사람은 저희 부서엔 없어요. 그 직후에는 누군가가 단말마 같은 비명을 지르는 것을 시작으로 끝없는 아비 교환이 이어졌어요. 무슨 일이 일어나는 건지 아무도 몰랐어요.
살려줘.
누구야? 앞을 향해서 달리는 것밖에는 도리가 없었어요. 그러다가 가볍게 스쳐가는 바람 소리가 느껴졌고 곧 가슴이 뜨거워졌어요. 고개를 내려보니 이미 여기가 꿰뚫려져 있었고 잠시 정신을 잃었다가 깨어보니 이미 격리실이 누군가에 의해 강제 개방되어 있었어요. 온갖 환상체와 죄종에 이어 뒤틀림까지 탈출하고 격리실 문이 튕겨 나가지는 바람에 옴짝달싹도 못하게 되었고요.
호엔하임 씨나 다른 분들과는 같이 있지 않았던 것이군요.
팀장님, 팀장님은 발표실 근처에 계셨을 거예요. 혹시 제 주머니에 있는 종이와 펜을 좀 꺼내주실래요?
Alyssa drew a simple map on a piece of torn paper.
다른 분들이 무사할지는 모르겠어요. 하지만 이 방향대로 가면 아마 행방의 단서라도 찾을 수 있을 거예요.
그래, 그래. 대강 알겠으니까 이제 상처 좀 살펴보자.
Berger replied calmly.
젠장, 피가 안 멈추잖아. 이거 평범한 무기가 아닌 것 같은데.
It's not something you can really remove without doing a lot more damage.
넌 뭐 좀 보이냐?
Heathcliff asked Otis with palpable concern.
움직임이 클수록 제대로 파고드는 구조로 보인다. 살상보다는 제압에 특화된 공방 제품 중 하나인 것 같군.
You know what? This might be good for a bleed team.
이 정도 물건을 쑤셔 넣었다는 건 죽이고 싶었다면 충분히 죽일 수 있었다는 거겠지. 팔을 묶어두고 싶었던 건지 아니면 악취미일 뿐인 건지.
More of a ring thing.
가만히 있었기에 오히려 무사했나. 현명한 판단을 내렸군.
Unless it was a prescript.
현명했기보다는 너무 아파서 움직일 생각도 안 들던데요.
상처를 봉합하거나 치료할 수 있는 걸 찾아온다면 무게를 뽑을 수 있지 않겠는가? 그래, 영영 저런 걸 달고 있을 순 없잖아. 빨리 뽑고 상처를 치료해서.
소용없다.
Ryoshu spat out a reply.
소용없다니요? 혹시 뽑히지 않는 장치인가요?
아니, 뽑아내는 것은 어렵지 않아. 그러지 않는 편이 나을 뿐.
Why?
억지로 뽑으면 복도에 있던 그 시체들처럼 되는 거냐?
그래, 저 나선은 반대편에 도달하기 위해 끝없이 파고들지만 역설적이게도 그 자체만으로는 관통하지 못한다.
That would
도달할 수 없거든.
prolong death.
딸, 이건 나선이야. 한 번 박히고 나면 조금만 움직여도 계속 파고들기 때문에 제자리에 가만히 있을 수밖에 없단다. 처음에는 따끔한 가시처럼 느껴질 뿐이지만 빼내려 할수록 파고드는 무기지. 하지만 계속 파고들긴 해도 정작 꿰뚫고 나오진 못해. 끝에 도달하려 할수록 나선은 점점 느려져서 결국엔 끝에 닿을 수 없거든.
대체하는 방법은 알지?
You know how to unlock it, yes?
네가 일을 끝내고 오면 알려줄 거란다. 만약 도 없이 오브려 했다간
파고들며 엉켜든 모든 것이 뽑혀 나올 거다. 그러니 살고 싶다면 지금처럼 가만히 있도록.
All I could see were these fragments of her memories, its remnants.
도 없이 오브려 했다간 짝는 숫자도 없이 오브려 했다간.
Once again, I recalled Ryoshu's shattered memories, with a distinct feeling of drawing something up to the surface. Thinking also about, I forgot to mention this, there's just going back to the theme of like the objectivity of truth, different readings of the same events. I was thinking back how like her acronyms, it is possible to read them in different ways. I mean, besides the obvious getting to the point thing she likes. We've seen that already with like Sinclair misreading BB Big Brother, for instance. I feel like there's something that could be done there as well. The scenes from her mutilated memories. As it was generally the case, I didn't know how exactly I did it. It just came naturally to me, the moment I wished for it to happen.
뭐가 좀 보였나 시계?
Ryoshu, what if that spiral needs a certain combination of numbers, like a password?
그 나선에 엮인 역사를 풀이하려면 그에 맞는 짝이 필요하단다. 짝이 맞는 숫자도 없이 오브렸다가는 검과 검집, 음과 양, 과거와 미래, 나와 너. 모든 건 지독하고 지긋지긋하게 짝지어져 있는 것 투성이니.
Me and you.
죽는다는 게 뭔지 아니? 무언가를 벤다는 건.
For a brief moment, an odd expression appeared on Ryoshu's face.
흰 머리.
말씀하시죠.
나선은 해제할 수 있다. 시계의 말대로 그 해제는 숫자와 연관이 있을 테지. 하지만 정확히 무엇이 필요한지가 기억나지 않는군. 거북나선이라는 이름을 가진 나선 무기에 대해서 아는 게 있나?
Tortoise. Spiral.
파우스트를 사용하는 방법을 조금이나마 깨우치셨군요.
How Faust is to be used.
제가 해당 장치를 시각적으로 확인하였고 류슈 씨가 범위를 좁힐 수 있는 단어들을 제공했으니 파우스트는 알 수 있습니다.
We have enabled the search function.
사용하는 방법이요?
Ignoring the curious looks from the sinners, Faust carefully walked up to a body and clasped the spiral from their hands.
제논의 거북나선. 파우스트에 의하면 해당 장치는 그렇게 불립니다.
After some time, Faust pulled the bottom part of the spiral, opening its hatch.
자물쇠입니다. 대응되는 숫자는 7자리군요.
digits.
또한 알리사 씨의 피가 멎지 않는 이유는 나선이 심장을 관통하지 못할 뿐 파고드는 성질 자체는 영원하기 때문일 겁니다.
잠겨 있다면 요정으로 열 수 있지 않나?
Barry?
F사의 특이점을 말하는 것이요. 잠겨 있는 것이라면 그 무엇이라도 열어주는 기술. 좋은 방안 아닌가?
요정으로 여는 것은 가능할 테지만 해당 나선 무기에 적용된 기술이 어느 정도의 가치를 지닌 장치일지가 중요하겠죠.
Value of the technology.
확실하게 하려면 고가의 요정이 필요하겠군. 그런 물품을 당장 근처에서 구할 수도 없는 노릇이고.
I really can't cheap out on anything. Ryoshu and the rest of us stared at the spiral lock with a degree of trepidation. We weren't going to be able to brute force a 7-digit lock.
안 될 거라고 생각하긴 하는데 0부터 계속 맞춰볼 순 없는 거냐?
I mean, does everyone have like their individual? I mean, does every single one have its individual one, or is it all of them that use the same combo? I was like, would stab a sinner, and then if they die, we just rewind as we go through everyone.
보편적인 잠금 장치와 동일하게 일정 횟수 이상 틀린 번호를 입력할 경우
됐어. 그냥 개죽음 당한다는 거잖아.
Definite.
마음 같아서는 솔직히 무서우니까 두고 가지 말아달라고 하고 싶거든요. 하지만 실험실 근처에는 살아있는 사람들이 모여있을지도 몰라요. 저희 팀장님 아시잖아요. 쉽게 당하실 분 아니에요. 차라리 그 사람들을 도와주세요.
하지만 이대로면
뭐 연구원이 멍청하게 죽는 100가지 방법에 나오는 것처럼 죽어서도 놀림받는 상황보다는 나은 것 같네요.
I'll be upset if you're the only one that doesn't. If the other two make it out and you don't. Although, if you want a really cool way to go, you are wearing the ego to come save us in our time of need. Perhaps working under Hohenheim has influenced her to put on a mask of aloofness, even in situations like these, but is clearly taking considerable effort on her part to maintain it. Were we in any other situation, I would have asked what those 100 dumb ways to die were to alleviate the tension, but no, Dante. I held my breath and embraced the painful silence.
알리사군, 다시 돌아오겠네.
네?
반드시 다시 돌아오겠네. 그러니까 적들이 다가오는 것 같으면 최대한 몸을 피해있게. 부탁이니 포기하지 마세나.
참고로 얘는 한다면 하는 놈이니까 흘려듣지 마라.
네, 그럴게요. 감사해요.
C485.
Grade 5. Ryoshu quietly muttered to herself.
시계. 방탈출 해봤나?
I did an escape room. What was it, a few months ago? What?
이건 일종의 방탈출 게임 같은 거다. 불의를 위해서는 단서를 모아야 하지.
A game, huh?
저 연구원 놈 살리고 싶은 것 아닌가? 그렇다면 저 나선에 쓰인 고유 번호가 필요할 테니 봐둔 것뿐.
Every step we took away from Alyssa as she suffered a slow death was painful. I wasn't even sure if we could save her life. Shadows beset the path ahead. Charm, this one's a fight. Clearer than 15 turns. Okay, I think we might save that one for tomorrow then. I did do an escape. Oh, I really hope we like play into the mystery. Normally don't get to go down like this. I'm really excited about the idea of doing an in a grove type thing. Because it just plays so well with like the mystery and the memories. See a branch. This is a good stopping point. No, I did my first escape room a few months ago. I can't remember if I talked about it because I was like, wow, this is... Oh, and I see spikes. I fear abnormalities ahead. And I thought, no, this is cool. This is just like blueprints. But then I didn't know like, the game masters get to like watch you to make sure you can ask for hints if you get stuck. And I was like, actually, I don't like this. I don't like the idea of people watching me through a screen while I try and solve puzzles. What if I look really silly? This isn't like blueprints at all. But we did it. So it's just Rashomon. Remember, we got it because of the books. I need to know if you're when you talk about Rashomon, I need to know if you're referring to the movie or the story. Or the short story. Because they are different. They are different. But I want to assume we're talking about the memory thing, which comes from In a Grove, not Rashomon. But I was kind of noting how we've had like multiple reference to like plucking out hairs. Doesn't like South ID say something about that? It's not how I remember exactly. Oh, actually, the season 7 is green and red. I want to play with that ID. I don't remember them that way. I feel like I'm gonna need those images ready to go if people start asking about Rashomon and the objectivity of truth. They're like the most to the point answers. But the whole plucking out of the hair things, plucking out corpses, pulling out hair, I was like, is this a reference to, at least like a small reference to Rashomon the short story? Because that's a nice little nod if it is. Be prepared. I mean, when our... Oh, wow. I didn't even... That's ominous.
저희는
Let's see... One. Oh yeah, and we're supposed to be able to get... Aren't we supposed to get like the new experience? Clear 918. Oh, 918, so that's how... And what were we on? Okay, so... Okay, definitely still plenty left. Presumably. But, oh, more energy tomorrow. Happy New Year! Happy New Year's Eve, depending what time it is. But thank you all so much for joining me at this beginning part. It's really, I like how we definitely like jumped into the action. I'm very curious about how they're structuring all this, because again, the preview did feel like we were just focusing on the whole going to the headquarters. Seemed like this might just be the focus of the first part, but who knows? And then what else is going on? Oh, I'm excited. There's like so many options for bosses here, and they all get their own themes. Oh, I love. What's so lovely about the Canto release is like I enjoy the whole weeks of it. Just like when you catch up, the new ideas, the speculation in between. It's all so much fun. Just my only hope is we don't get into, I think, Canto 8, there was a bit of negativity I didn't quite enjoy around like Mao Faust's release and subsequent nerf, Lei Hung. But I hope everybody's doing well. And thank you all so much. I'm excited too. And if anybody is new here, I'm excited. I really like to focus on analyzing stuff in the context of the original literature, so there hasn't been a whole lot here. Of course, I haven't read I've only read like a fraction of the Kutagawa's works. I don't remember any Lucios, but if there's someone who's gonna appear, I would think from other stories, I would imagine Tajumaru, or even like Toku, who's from Kappa, his novella. Would be some of the names to use. But Saru. Okay. I hope everybody has fun with this first part, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll put the new frame up after this. But thank you all so much, everybody. I will see you soon. My regards to my fairy dog. Yeah, of course. See you later. Bye bye.